Hello and welcome to the first ever Oh Hey There podcast. My name is Mike. I'm your camera, computer, and microphone guy. All I got is a spoon today, so this is what I'm using. Really glad to meet everyone here. Um, so this podcast mainly is going to be about SEL, social and emotional learning. By the way, I have two dogs here, and they're both annoying me, and they're everywhere right now. So forgive me on that. Please give me a break. They're going to be running around bothering me. I still love them. Still love them though. Teddy and Cooper, by the way, if you want to know. They might come up, say hi, or they might be rascals, so I might have to pause this. But as of right now, I'm just going to go through all the messages we've gotten, and I'm just going to answer some questions for you guys so we can get started on this podcast. So, the first question is, how do you start your day with a positive activity? So, personally, what I love to do is I like to get my students together, and I like to play a game. But even before that, I almost forgot. When they come in the classroom, I have a secret handshake with all of them. Some of the students, they don't like handshakes. They like to be their own person, and that's okay. Sometimes just like the high five, sometimes the fist bump, sometimes it just hi, how you doing? And that's totally okay. My whole job, right, as a teacher, is to just get them involved in the classroom and get them in there and get them excited. You know what I mean? And if just a wave makes them happy, then that's totally fine with me. Okay. So the first question is, well, you know, same question. So I do that, and the next thing I do is get them in a circle as a group, and I just like to ask about how their weekend went, what they did. If they don't want to answer, they don't have to answer. But usually we start out with the ball. We hand it around, or we throw it to where we want. But the only problem I have with that is students like to pick their friends. Obviously, they'll throw the ball to their friends. Won't throw it to anyone else. So once you get the ball, you can't throw it to anyone else. Like once you gotten the ball, you can't get it again. So once you speak once, it's done. You told us about your day. Next thing, right? Next person. Um, so these routines and structures matter for these students because it's how we get them going. It's how we get them into the class. It's how we get them excited and fired up to learn. Like this is the most important part because if I can get a kid excited to be in my classroom, I've already got them hooked. I just have to teach, right? I just have to make them learn or make them want to learn. You know what I mean? Uh, so the structures themselves matter because I like routines. Routines are important. If the students have a routine, they know what's happening all the time. There's no confusion. There's no disruption. No one's going to be sitting there chit chatting because they know what they got to do. They have a plan. They have a direction. I like to think of my classroom as like sports. I'm a big sports guy, so I like to bring everything to sports. I coach football, so they're my big team, right? They're my team, and I need everyone on the team to work together. And I don't know everyone's home lives. I can't know everyone's home lives. Uh, all I can do is make them feel included and excited to be in my class every single day. Sorry, I'm getting a message on here. So one other thing I put down as something I want to talk about is when students are reading. Something I do as a teacher to get them involved in our reading and getting them ready to go in our class and get their brain working a little bit is we start off. I I start off every book with showing them the front cover. Right. I get them with the front cover and I ask them what they think is going to be happening in the book. So again, I have a ball or a pencil. It depends because sometimes I get a little squirrely. Can't use the ball all the time. So I'll hand it off to them and I'll let them bounce it around their ideas of what they think is going to happen in the book. And then we'll get to reading in every chapter after that or every day, usually because we have a nice little break in between classes. Every day, they get that opportunity before we read that chapter um, to ask questions and give their ideas and opinions on what's going to happen. Because as a teacher, what I want them to do is I want them to be interested in the book and I want them having ideas and thoughts because that means they're thinking ahead and that means that they understand what's happening in the book. You know, um, so that's what I like to do mainly. Like it's for me, it's really important to just get their minds like into the book and get them structured. Um, I really find that important, and I find it really successful. These students, beginning of the year, couldn't guess anything. They had no idea what was going to happen. They didn't really put things together. A lot of the things were like, oh, I think she's going to go to the store. What is she going to do at the store? What's going to happen next, right? But I'm really loving it. I think that's a great way. in the classroom. I think it's very successful. Um, yeah, so that that's kind of the gist of today. A little bit more, like I'd like to connect it to our what I'm doing, what I did in college, is we did this thing called we read this book called Disrupting Poverty, and in it it talked about a bunch of different ways that I can help students in poverty or in bad light home situations, things like that, as a teacher. Because obviously I can't go home with every student. Um, I can't go home. I can't see their home lives, anything, right? All I can do is be a supportive teacher. So in that, um, it's kind of like it's kind of what I'm basing this whole series off of is disrupting poverty. Um, basically just letting you guys know the routines and the structures that I use as a teacher to help them be successful. But this is just day one, so I just wanted to introduce you guys, get you ready, get you fired up. Um, because got me excited and ready to go. So I want to thank you for coming in and watching. I know it's on a long one today, but I just want to start us off with something hot, something to get our minds going, and just wanted you guys to get to know me a little bit. So hope you have a good rest of your day, and thank you very much for watching my podcast. I'll see you next time at the Oh Hey There.